Here we are once again with another Chef Knives to Go Quick Look product review. I'm Steve Gamache, and the knife we're looking at today is the Kohetsu VG-5 Tsuchime or hammered finished petty 150mm knife. So core steel, the hard cutting core steel on these is VG-5 full stainless steel at a heat treat of around 60 Rockwell, and they've got a softer stainless cladding on either side of that core steel for a 3-layer sandwich. This cladding does have a kind of a subtle hammered Tsuchime effect on it. You can see that. Might as well get our beauty shot right off the bat here. And you can see the convexing down towards the edge there. So it's a nice look. It's pretty random hammered pattern on it, not too deep. So there's a good look at it. The cladding is stainless, the core steel stainless, so again, all stainless knife. The weight on these and dimensions might vary just a little bit from knife to knife. This one's 91 grams, or 3.2 ounces. Edge length about 147 millimeters, or 5.8 inches. Overall length about 258 or about 10.15 inches roughly. The spine thickness is about 1.8 millimeters coming out of the bolster. And then I measured halfway down to about 1.7. It's a little hard to measure these because of the way I got the hammering on them, but pretty consistent thickness on the spine until you hit the grind, and then you get fairly thin at the tip. So there's your grind kicking in, and then there's how it thins down towards the tip. Not a particularly tall knife. This is more of a utility petty style versus a mini Guto style. So about 29.4 millimeters at the heel, height of the blade. Handle is full tang Western style handle with stainless steel everything. Tang, bolster, rivets. The scales are made out of a black paca wood, which is a resin impregnated wood product. Nice fit and finish all the way around and everything here. The balance point, as you might expect, is going to be a little further back because it's a light blade and a full tang handle, so there's your balance point. Pretty standard stuff for this style of knife. The handle is, you've got a fairly thin neck on it and small bolster, but the handle is pretty appropriately sized, I think, for this, and it should fit a variety of hand styles and sizes. This is not a knife that's going to be great for board work because it's not very tall. It's more of a utility style. This would be awesome for trimming meat, getting under silver skin, that kind of stuff, butchering chickens. You can get in the joints easy with the tip. Detail work on shallots, garlic, that kind of stuff. You could do some board work, but you're going to take it off the edge of the board probably to get clearance for your fingers. Let's take a close-up look a little bit. We'll get to the board demo in a minute. The right side of these, they've thinned these out. So there's a shiny area where they've thinned out. It's not necessarily an edge bevel, but it's a larger area. They've polished and thinned down. And the left side of the blade, they don't really have that thinning quite so much. These tend to be about 50-50 ground, although the actual edge bevel with that thinning is not quite 50-50, more like about a 30-70, I think. You shouldn't really notice steering issues with these because you're going to be slicing typically, shorter stuff. It's got almost a 0 grind, so these are very sharp out of the box. This was a good 6 out of 10. Sharpness scale, maybe 7. It was really sharp out of the box. So they do a nice job. They've got a little bit of polish on the spine, although the edges could be really a little more if it bothered you. The choil's got smoothed edges on it, so very comfortable. Nice fit and finish all the way around. Good look to it. You can see that etched kanji on there on the right side of the blade. There's your hammering. A little bit of convexing on it. Product food release is good. If we are going to pop it on a cutting board, one of the tricks you can do if you've got a taller board is simply, if you have trouble with clearance, just move your knife off the edge. Or if you've got a real thin poly board, just move the whole board to the edge of your cutting or your edge of your countertop, and then you can have lots of room. So here is what the profile looks like if you're going to do some on-board work. You'll rock pretty high on this, really. So it's a nice looking knife. It's well crafted, nice build on it, good fit and finish, really sharp out of the box. It's a neat little knife. So the blade is, I'd say, pretty darn stiff for the thickness. So it's got a nice confident feel to it. Western handle, sturdy, all stainless construction. It's a really cool knife. So This one might be staying at our house. I don't know. We'll have to see. So this is the Kohetsu VG-5 Tsuchime or hammered petty 150 millimeter knife.